Good morning, my dear students. This is Richa Sharma, Maths teacher, Bright Scholar Senior Secondary School. Today we will learn how to convert fractions into decimals. So let's get started. Now here you will see a figure and find out what fraction of this figure is shaded. This figure is split into 10 equal parts, and out of 10 we have shaded one part. So 1 out of 10 equal part is shaded. As you have studied fractions, so how you will write the fraction for this? 1 upon 10, as 1/10 of the figure is shaded. Now we will learn how to convert this fraction into decimal. So 1 upon 10 fraction can be written as 0.1. So what do we mean by decimal numbers here? Decimal number means the part that is written with the help of a period, or this period is also called as decimal. So 1 upon 10 can be written as 0.1. 0 represent the whole part and 1 represent the decimal part. We have written 1 because out of 10 we have shaded one part. This 1 represent the shaded part. So for this picture, we can write in fraction form as 1 upon 10 and in decimal form as 0.1. So the way of representing is 1 upon 10 or 0.1. Or the other way, we can also write in the form of words. So there will be three forms. 1 upon 10 is equal to 0.1 or 1/10. Here 10th represent the first digit after the decimal. Let us take one more example. Now in this figure, there are three shaded parts. So how you will write the fraction for this? The fraction for this will be 3 upon 10. The fraction will be 3 upon 10. So how you will write it in the form of decimal? 0.3, because 3 parts out of 10 are shaded, or 3/10. In numerals it is 0.3 and in words 3/10. Now let us take example of a mixed fraction. Here if you see, one figure is completely shaded and in second figure 3 parts out of 10 are shaded. So how you will represent as a mixed fraction? One whole represent the complete picture shaded and 3/10 represent the parts where 3 parts are shaded out of 10. So the mixed fraction will be 1/3 upon 10. And in case of decimal, the before decimal we will write 1 because one figure is completely shaded, and after decimal we will write 3 because in second figure 3 parts are shaded. So decimal representation is 1.3. Now let us take one different figure. We have split the shape into 10 parts. Here I have colored one part, so fraction will be 1 out of 10, 1 upon 10, or in decimal form it will be 0.1. Similarly, if I shade two parts, fraction will be 2 upon 10 and decimal form will be 0.2. If I shade three parts, it will be 3 upon 10 and decimal form will be 0.3. Moving further, if I shade 5 parts, it will be 5 upon 10 or 0.5. You can also call it as 1/2 because here we have shaded half parts. Now, if I shade 9 parts, fraction will be 9 upon 10 and decimal will be 0.9 because 9 parts out of 10 are shaded. So in this way, fraction can be converted into decimal, and similarly you can convert decimal also into fraction. Now moving further, if I split the shape into 100 parts by drawing 10 vertical lines like this. Now the shape is having 100 parts, and if I shade some parts like this, and let us count, in one line we have 10 shaded parts, so total now here 28 parts are colored. So 28 out of 100, fraction will be 28 upon 100 and decimal form will be 0.28. Okay. In the next example, we have colored 75 parts. When we count, 7 lines are having 10 shaded parts and in 8th line we have 5 shaded parts. So 75 parts out of 100. Decimal form will be 0.75. Similarly, if I shade 6 parts, it will be written as 6 upon 100. But when we write in decimal, in 100 we have 2 digits, 2 zeros. In 100 we have 2 zeros. So With 6 also we need one more 0 to complete the decimal places. So decimal will be 0.06. Now see, if I shade 10 parts and I remove the vertical lines, it will look like the previous figure. So if we observe, 10 upon 100 is also written, can also be written as 1 upon 10. So 0.10 is the equivalent decimal for 0.1. It means that 0 after the decimal digit can be removed or can be added. Similarly, 0.20 is equal to 0.2, 0.30 is equal to 0.3 and so on. It means after the decimal digit we can add as many zeros as we require. Now let us take few examples. What number is represented by the figure below? Here you can see one figure is completely shaded. So 1 will come in the whole part. And in second figure, out of 10, 4 parts are shaded. So fraction will be 4 upon 10. So in decimal form, 1 will come in the whole part. And in decimal part, 0.4. So the decimal representation is 1.4. Because 1 0 is there in the denominator, so 1 digit will come in the decimal part. In the second example, we have 2 whole parts. So 2 will come in the whole part of the fraction. And in the fractional part, we have shaded 36 part out of 100. So we will write the fraction as 36 upon 100. Now in denominator we have 100, so decimal will come after 2 digits. So there will be 2 digits in the decimal part, 0.36. 2 zeros in 100, so 2 digits in decimal part. So decimal number will be 2.36. And last example is, what number is represented here? One whole figure, and in second figure 8 parts are shaded. So you will write 8 upon 100. Again in 100 we have 2 zeros, so in numerator we have to complete 2 places by adding a 0. So decimal will be 1.08. So in this way you can convert fraction into decimal, and similarly you can also do the reverse process by converting decimal into fraction by putting the number of zeros according to the decimal places. Now next we learn how to arrange decimals into ascending and descending order. First step is to line up all the given decimal. Line up means write them one below the other. The ones place should come under the ones place, decimal should come under the decimal, and in the same way you will write all the numbers. Now to compare them, to arrange them in ascending or descending order, first of all we have to make their decimal digits equal. As you can see, all the 4 numbers are having different number of digits in their decimal part. So first of all, we have to convert them into like decimals. In previous slide, you have learned how to convert into like fractions by adding the required number of zeros. So in last number, we have 3 digits in the decimal place. So we will make all the numbers with 3 digits by putting zeros. So we put the number of zeros required at the end. Now all the 4 numbers are having 3 digits in the decimal place. Now it will be easy for us to compare. Now when we have to arrange in ascending or descending order, our first step is to start comparing from the extreme left. Now in extreme left, in all the 4 numbers, we are having digit 1. So we are unable to find out that which number is the least. So along with the ones place digit, we have to check the next place also. So when we check the ones place digit, all are having 1. So let's check the 10th place. 10th place is the place after the decimal. So in 10th place, 2 numbers are having 0. First number 1.030 and last number 1.029. Both are having 0 at the 10th place. So we check their 100th place. What do we check? We will check their 100th place. Now in 100th place, the number which is having smallest value will be the least number. So here when we check both of them, 1.029 and 1.030, 1.029 is the least number because it is having 2 at the 10th place. So the first smallest number is 1.029. Then after writing the number, the least number, we will cross it out so that we do not get confused with other numbers. After crossing, we are left with 3 numbers. Now 1.030 will come because it is having 0 at the 10th place and other 2 numbers are greater than that. So the next number is 1.030. Now here one more thing to observe is that in question we are given with 1.03. So when we write the answer, we will write 1.03 only. That 0 we have added to make them like decimal. Okay. So after writing 1.03, we will cross it also. Okay. Because we have already written it in the order. So after crossing it, let's check the remaining 2 numbers, that is 1.300 and 1.920. Again, both are having 1 at the ones place, so check their 10th place. By checking the 10th place, we find out that 1.3 is the next number to come in the order. So we will write 1.3 and the greatest number is 1.92. So we will write it at the last. In this way, you can arrange the numbers in ascending order. Similarly, you can arrange the numbers in descending order by following the same criteria. I hope you learned the method. Thank you. Have a nice day.